than not being even. Because this guy, number 2, and number 2 is supposed to be 50. But I, myself, have forgotten what number 2 is. But I will tell you what number 2 is because we're going to find out by identifying them. All right, so you can say that number 2 only has 40 milliliters. That's fine. What else do you notice about them? Give me an observation, Eva. They're clear. So all 4 are clear. Do we know what they are? No. What do they look like? Water. So that's an observation. So all 4 look like water. But you're in a science class, and we need to assume that any unknown chemical could possibly be dangerous until we identify it. So that's the big idea from this lab. Patrick, question?
There's a fire extinguisher, so I'm pretty sure that definitely means that there's going to be flames.
That there's going to be what, flames?
Yes.
Okay, so I do have a lighter, so I am going to test whether or not something is flammable. All right. What else, Mackenzie?
You smell them to try and establish the difference of the non-odorless?
Exactly. So some of them might not be odorless. That's an observation. And I am going to just have a few volunteers. We all cannot come up. At the end of class, as you're walking out, you're welcome to smell. But we're only going to have a few volunteers because we don't have that time. Max, what else? What else do you observe? So they're clear. They might be water. You don't know. You see a fire extinguisher, so that helps you create an inference. Okay? All right, what else? Phoenix.
There's baking soda and there's a bottle that says biohazard, so there's going to be something, I don't know, dangerous or being mixed.
Chemical.
Excellent. So I do have some tools up here to help me as a scientist identify my unknown liquids. So, have you all made at least 2 observations?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you make an inference based on those observations? Or even if you want to share another observation, that's fine. Go ahead.
Is it thin liquid and it's really runny?
Oh, okay. So we want to determine if it's really thin or if it's really thick. And I do have beakers here, so you could watch me pour it so you can see that as well. John.
I think the liquid is like vinegar.
One might be vinegar, and what's your inference for that? Excellent. So you can write that as an inference. So you have prior knowledge that, hey, I know vinegar reacts with baking soda. What might happen? What might happen?
Oh.
Bubbles, right?
Oh,
Because what does it create?
Substance.
It creates some type of foam. Do we know what kind of gas it's creating?
No.
Carbon dioxide. So one of these might be an acid, and it's going to react with this base, and it's going to create a gas of carbon dioxide. Good. You guys got great background knowledge. Okay. If we have our observations and our inferences written, we're going to go to the next page. And I know Ian, as my electronics, is already doing a job. You're my guy to keep track. And you're going to write yes or no if it reacts to sodium bicarbonate, which is the science term for baking soda. You'll write yes or no if it reacts to phenolphthalein, which is a fun word to say, and it is also an indicator whether or not something is basic or acidic. And if it is acidic, it's going to turn pink because this is also a base. Flammable, does it catch fire, and then does it have an odor? All right. I have a volunteer to come up to smell 1. Javi.
It's probably gonna smell like stank booty.
Hold on carefully. Hold it carefully. And I know you need to walk, but you can put your nose into the spread yourself. What? It has an odor. Can we maybe name it? Can we maybe think it's vinegar? Let's have 3 people do it because as scientists, you have to do things at least 3 times. Omar, come up and smell 1. No, you're fine.
Your butt is on the camera.
Okay.
So it smells like vinegar, and let's do one more, Deacon. Yeah. Okay, so how would we describe that vinegar smell? Bad. What's like an adjective? Sour, strong, acidic. It's a strange smell, but if you've ever used that vinegar to clean products, because it's acidic, it can help clean like shower heads. I know when I was little, I remember that smell coming home if my dad was soaking the shower head to get all the soap scum off of it. So it has a very unique smell. All right, so one has an odor, so thank you, Eva. All right, number two, let's come up, Lydia. Might be easy if I come to you, actually. Okay, let's have some girls. Nothing. Nothing. All right, so two, no odor. So it's odorless. Three, Phoenix. Be very careful. Nothing. All right, let's hand it to Isabella. Nothing. And someone else. No. All right, so three, no odor.
Does number 2 have an odor? No.
Number 4, let's have Maya. An odor. Patrick, come on up. Okay.
Smile for the camera.
Ian, question?
I'm not Ian.
Oh my God, why would I call you Ian?
Yeah,
So sorry, Ian.
Liam.
Yeah, one more.
Ian.
All right. Okay, so we have 2 that might smell like vinegar, but definitely 4 has a strong odor. Okay. All right. So, Patrick, would you grab a Sharpie marker for me? I don't want to make a mistake, so I want to label my beakers when I use, because I don't want to cross-contaminate. You know what that means? Tell your neighbor what it means.
Contaminates us something with the other chemical.
Yeah, that's correct. I told him that.
Ian, how much is your course?
8 minutes.
Are you gonna do like this? All right.
Did you see it?
Okay. Maya, would you come up and go rinse this? I just noticed it's got some dust in it. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is test 1. Oops, I might have to be careful. All right, so it looks pretty thin. Number 1 had that smell.
I can't smell nothing.
Boy, I gotta.
Alright, I really should have a spoon to measure, but I'm going to go ahead and use my tiny beaker. Alright, is everybody watching? Yeah. Pay attention. Okay, so it definitely reacts to baking soda. This is number 1. Alright. Trying to think. Should have been a little more prepared. It's been a year since I've done this, right? I did it last year
Hi.
this time. Alright. So I'm going to pour a little more in the tiny one. Hopefully there's not too much residue. Nope. Okay. So this is the phenolphthalein, and it's going to, if it's a certain chemical, it will react and turn pink.
What? Excuse me, what? Excuse me.
This is number 1. Not really. No. Nope. Okay. And now we're going to see if number 1 is flammable. So I'm going to put it on the table. All down. I need y'all to fall. Will, you gotta sit. Okay.
Look at that.
It's a little difficult with latex gloves. Probably shouldn't do that either. Not flammable. Okay. Alright, so I have my technical lab assistant.
Oh, trust me, I will.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you help me. So would you
Trust
go
me, I
get
will.
me some paper towels in the back? And then okay, grab paper towels, clean. To the right in the corner. Just grab the whole roll. And then Taylor, behind that green curtain, would you grab a large glass beaker at the top? Okay, do we have any ideas so far on
fire.
Okay, so first inference is vinegar. So again, I needed paper towels to keep my area clean. And then
I got this.
using this as my waste container.
You say not to
Cross, nothing else, only waste is going in. And then I'm cleaning this guy.
things might get messy.
Okay, on to number 2. Oops, that's 4. Always check your labels. We'll be doing some experiments for water quality where we'll be using lots of different chemicals, and they're labeled with their name and they're color coded, but you always want to double check because I almost just poured 4 into 2. Alright, so first thing we're seeing if it is, it's okay. Swirling it. Any reaction? No. So 2. I mean, it did become a solution and it did mix, but we didn't see a gas release and there's no heat coming from it. All right. Oopsie. Thank you.
Whoopsie.
All right. So number 2. Yeah, I got a little bit left. So number 2, we're going to do just a little. That's all it really takes.
It's already clean.
All right, so I do have some phenolphthalein left over, so it's obviously it's turning pink. Oh yes! Really nice magenta. Again, I failed to do a slight lab safety. Always put your cap back on. See, I'm purposely doing things wrong just to show you. Yeah. Okay, and now number 2. Where to go? Number 2. We'll see if it's flammable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you too.
Thank you, Steve. Such a good lab assistant, too.
Wait. One of these has to be flammable because the wire has to be flammable today.
Find out.
No.
Okay. Okay. Taylor, I know you have gloves on, but you're going to carry this carefully and rinse it in the sink. Okay, on to number 3. Any idea what number 2 could be? This is gonna be a tough one. You're probably not very familiar with this liquid, but we know it has to be.
I'll do it.
Well, number 2, we know it has to be some type of chemical, some type of compound that has some elements in it that are going to react to this chemical that tests for pH. So pH is the potential of hydrogen. So we're trying to find out how much hydrogen is in something, and that will tell us if it's acidic or basic or neutral. Max. What's that? Chlorine. It could be like a bleach, like a chlorine. Yep, that's good. Okay. All right, we're on to number 3. Thank you. All right. Number 3, testing baking soda. Now, turn cloudy, turn white, but no.
This one is going to be
Oh, thank you.
Good quality.
Because it's a
And I'll
good
clean
phone.
all these at the end, of course. Kind of exciting, too, to see.
Oh!
It's always neat to see, if it's safe, and I know it's safe ahead of time, to see if the chemicals mix. 2 chemicals that should never be mixed are ammonia and bleach. Very toxic. Ammonia. Pneumonia is your lung infection. Ammonia and bleach have a very toxic gas that's released that could really do damage. So, ammonia is a very strong acid. No, very strong base that cleans different surfaces in your house. It's very toxic. Should not be used.
Ammonia and what?
Bleach.
What is it doing to?
It releases okay. Alright, so focus. Alright, so now we're going to see if 3 reacts to the biohazard. A slight hint. It became cloudy. So yes, you can say yes, it does react.
So it's not one. Yes, because it turned a little bit dark.
Oh, when it gets on flame, yeah.
It's not water.
Let's see if it's flammable.
Oh my gosh!
I'm keeping this.
Oh, man. What's the next one then?
Then the next one. The whole building up.
Yes, it was, right? Yes, it was.
All right, make sure that ID is on. Patrick.
Is keeping the suspense more of a code word for none of them is going to be
You will find out shortly.
No, it has to be because.
why would you have a fire extinguisher?
Yeah, and why was she in a
Maybe it's just for show.
To make it, you know.
Just to keep the
Poor Ian and his battery. Gonna be okay?
Yes. I need something interesting.
Do clips. Okay, we are now on to number 4. Now remember, 4 did have an odor.
I wanted 12
You can, at the very end, as you leave. Nothing for baking soda. It had to be baking soda. I mean, not baking. I know it's vinegar.
Probably vinegar.
Okay, so now I'm really gonna try and clean, get all the residue out. Next class will definitely use a multiple people just for this. Alright?
Next time you have 2 people on the road cleaning your stuff. Yeah. Jeffrey's star loves that cake. He has a mirror in that cake. Maybe this one will be
Alright, so here's 4.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, wait. I can use the same eyedroppers. We use the first and only one.
It has to be.
Bro. I need something interesting.
See, she poured a lot because she knew it was going to be flammable.
Yeah.
See,
Or maybe
She got the fire extinguisher.
All right, Ian, you better get this.
What?
You can just write
Yeah! Yeah!
That's it. Use the fire extinguisher.
Use fire extinguisher.
No, this is only here if it got out of control. So this would get carbon dioxide, the powder residue, all over. So I don't want to be.
Can you light it one more time?
Okay, so now we can kind of think about what we're looking at.
fire.
Okay.
I like the way it
So